Like they always say, the show must go on. So, welcome to Broad Street. Jaquita. I probably messed it up for Smitty. Yeah, y'all. Welcome to Broad Street. Welcome to episode 143, the NFL Draft Reaction Show of the Birds of Broad Street with your boy Cool Cat Connor. I know. Smitty should be on his way. We'll see about Trigger. Salute the sis. Moni Moan. But hey, I'm here, but salute to everybody that's in the building. I get it. But please do me a favor, if you haven't, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, and comment to the Birds of Broad Street YouTube channel and all of our channels. I greatly appreciate it. Salute to everybody, man. What's up? What up, Doomsday? Salute. See, I'm not all. We got every last one of y'all in the chat. But let's start this show how we always start this show, with the word of the day. All right? The word of the day is ace. Okay? The word of the day is ace. What up? My question to Eagles Nation. Did Howie T, did Howie T, did he ace this draft? And I'm going to ask all of you guys while we wait for Smitty, who should be here very, very soon. And I'm going to ask all of you. I love you guys. That's why the show is called Birds of Broad Street. Welcome to Broad Street. But yeah, my question to all you guys in the chat. Did Howie T ace this draft? A simple yes or a simple no? We're going to start with the word of the day before we hand out some grades and talk about the A.J. Brown extension. Let's see. Ace. Yep. We got some yeses in the chat. Yes or no, y'all? Did Howie Roseman, Howie T, ace this draft? Because for me, oh yes he did. Oh yes he did. You damn right. Oh, Howie T ace this draft. We got some yeses. We got some aces. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button when y'all walk in here too. But I believe Howie Roseman aced this draft. This was a marvelous draft, in my opinion. Keep the answers coming, yo. If y'all walk in here, you got some yeses. Absolutely, he did. Keep them coming. All right. If he aced the draft, if you think Howie Roseman aced the draft, what's the grade? Before we talk about each and every one, the word of the day is ace. If he aced this draft for you, what's the grade? What's the grade? If he aced this draft for you, your grade for this draft and Howie T is what? All right. Star Wars, A. Crowley 26, A minus. Aaron A plus. Dion says B plus. We should have done better round 3 and round 4. I understand. We got Tyrese with A plus. Keep it coming. If he aced the draft, what's the grade? Ready, red, of course. I want to know before we get to each and every person, and yes, I might be butchering names. It's what we do on B.O.B.S and Broad Street Aftermath. if it is, give me your grade. Y'all already know how I feel. A plus, 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 plus. 2-0 Howie T. And it's not even close. It's not even close. A plus, 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 plus. Yeah, we'll talk about Trotter. You know full well we're going to talk about Trotter. You know full well we're going to talk about Trotter. Believe it. Let's see. It's going to be interesting to see who gets cut. Exactly. It will be interesting. It will be interesting. But before we do that, let's talk about another thing while we wait for Smitty. And salute to everybody that's rocking with your boy while I ramble. My boy got extended. Number 11 got extended. Let's talk about that before we get to A.J. Brown. Do y'all think that James Bradbury is out of here? With Cooper DeJean. Here in Philly, we're going to say it differently. Here in Philly, we're going to say Cooper DeJean. Cooper DeJean, not DeJean, DeJean. Okay? Do y'all think Quinyon Mitchell or Cooper DeJean is going to take James Bradbury's spot? Yeah, I think he's gone. I think so too. I think so too. I truly, truly think. There you go. What up, random? Let's see. Someone will. Sure. You do have a point there. Someone will. Someone will. We'll come back to the word of the day because Smitty is on his way. But while we do that, let's talk about this. My boy, AJ Brown extended. AJ Brown extended right before. Yeah, what up, random? Hopefully, I think Bradbury is going to keep it. Exactly. AJ Brown extended for 3 more years. He got extended in 2022. No, he didn't. And I think he had what, 2 more years in his contract? And right before the draft even started, AJ Brown get extended. And I got the photo. I got the photo of him signing his new contract. I'm about to put it in for each. What up, Trey? I'm about to show y'all the photo of AJ Brown getting extended. You about to see it? You about to see it's right. And get them likes up, man. It's me and y'all today until Smitty show up. What's up? What up, Manuel Walker? What up, Rock the Artist? Let me show you how AJ Brown looked. Look how happy he is. Look how happy he is. Look how happy AJ Brown is. Right? Look at this man. Compared to his when we first got him. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all his what he looked like when we first got him. All right, I'm gonna show you a comparison to what he first looked like when we got him. Soak that in, ladies and gentlemen. What up, Miss Ash? Let me show y'all a photo of how he looked before we when we got him in 2022. Let me get that photo. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? All right. Ooh. Yeah, these two can work. All right. These two can work. Look at him. Right? I'm about to show you what the photos look like before we got them. Look at this. This was in 2022 when we first got them. Right? This was 2022 when we first got AJ Brazil. Look at him now. Smitty on his way, y'all. Don't worry. Smitty's on his way. But yeah, this was AJ Brown before in 2022. In 2022. Look at him now. A plus for that move. For signing for signing, giving an extension to A.J. Brown. I'm so proud. Think about that, y'all. We got both wide receivers. Ain't that sweet? We got both wide receivers signed. We got A.J. Brown signed. We got Devontae Smith signed. Come on, y'all. Exactly. Want to run his stinking mouth. Want to run his mouth saying, A.J. Brown ain't happy. A.J. Brown not happy. Look at him. I think he's happy. No. Cowboys did not sign CeeDee Lamb yet. And by the way, I consider Zeke. You know, all in on the young guys. Where's that clip go? Oh well, I got. Hold on. It's only for this one reason, and that's this.
Opportunity.
Pardon me for a
these
second.
young people, whether it's the draft, coming in here without having, which we've done at times in the past when we obviously brought in a Cooks and bring in a Gilmore. It makes it hard for some of these guys to come in and play and beat those guys out. Obviously, there's going to be some opportunities. And, we do have some guys who didn't play for us last year. Overshown, John Stevens, who was on his way to making this team before he tore his ACL. You have a Diggs who you didn't get to play. You didn't see play but a couple of games last year, so we're going to have him back. There's a lot of different moving parts that we didn't have that were a part of this team in addition to the draft. And, of course, when we make these draft picks, they're going to.
There you go. There you go. Let me get the A.J. Brown. So no one, CeeDee Lamb didn't sign nobody. Take your time, Smitty. Take your time, Smitty. Take your time. Take your time. But yeah. Right, take your time, Smitty. There he is. Wait, Trigger Trey in the building. What up, Trigger?
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's up,
So
bro?
the word of the day is ace. So I want to ask you this: did Howie Roseman, in your eyes, ace this draft? In your eyes,
I'm gonna go further than that. I'm gonna say he aced the offseason, period, man. Howie Roseman was one of the most active GMs in the offseason and the draft. It's like, what more can you ask for this dude? He locked Devontae Smith up. He locked A.J. Brown up. Dickerson, all the key parts of our team, he locked up, and he addressed all the problems that we that we really went into the offseason having. Like, if this season fall flat, we can't blame Howie Roseman for this one, man. That man did his job this year. I mean, so I give him A+ for the offseason. Period.
Yeah. And speaking of that, for the draft, what grade would you get him for the draft?
For the draft,
Mhm.
oof. Just going based off draft wise and the needs that we have, I'll give him an A. He wasn't grabbing Trotter. I mean, that was a 5th round pick.
Yeah.
I feel like we should have addressed linebacker Connor earlier. Um, and the Gene pick is kind of a question mark for me too because of I don't see him as a true corner. Like, maybe he's going to play safety in the NFL, and I've been saying this since the beginning of the draft process.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like he has. I feel like he's ultra aggressive. I mean, he's going to make plays just based off his aggressiveness and flying to the football. But as far as a true cover corner, I don't see it. So I mean, they drafted this dude with a plan. I'm pretty sure they drafted him with a plan.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, I can't really complain. Like, I can't really complain. He addressed all the problems that we had. He got us a running back that's gonna come and fight for that second and third spot. He addressed linebacker. He addressed corner back to back. I never expected that out of Howie Roseman, going back to
Right.
back corner. It's like, bro,
Mm-hmm.
it. I'm gonna give him an A for this draft.
Right. So I talked about this before you popped up and before Smitty popped it up, and that's right before the draft started. AJ Brown got his 3-year extension. So your thoughts on AJ getting extended?
It's something that had to be done. It's something that had to be done. AJ Brown is our #1 wide receiver, and I don't know if, about the contract thing. Like, I don't know if that was actually a thing. Like, he really was pissed about that, or they was having beef about that. But I mean, you got him locked up. All the questions out the window now. He got extended for 3 years, and I mean,
Mm-hmm.
now we can just play football for real. We don't got to worry about the AJ Brown getting traded talks and stuff like that no more. That was going on all off season. So I feel like he did it. He did what he was supposed to do in this situation. He locked up his #1 wide receiver, and like I said, now we can go play ball.
Right. Yep. So let's go ahead and get to these draft picks while we wait for Smitty. So the first one that we got was Quinyon Mitchell in the first round. So talk about him, Trey, and give me your grade about him.
All right, so what I'm hearing about Quinyon Mitchell, I know he played for a small school, Toledo, but the dude had every opportunity to
Mm-hmm.
leave and go to a school. He was just loyal to his school. The athletic
Mm-hmm.
traits test off the board. The only thing that kind of scared me is he's an outside corner, and with all the research I did, he wasn't really a press corner, and that's probably what his defensive coordinator fault. He never really played in the press and all that. He was mainly a zone corner. He never really manned up too much. And he's a physical dude, but he's 6 foot. He's gonna be going up against bigger, taller wide receivers. We see how he fared there, but you draft this dude #1, you got to play him day one. You have to
Mm-hmm.
play him day one. So I mean, we gonna see, bro. We gonna see. He gonna have to take his growing lumps like every other corner in the NFL did. But I feel like he's gonna be a stud, man. He said he had a great Senior Bowl. He went up against some of the best competition, and he thrived. So, I mean, the heart alone and the measurables, I think this was a great pick.
Right. I agree with you. So the next pick we had, and then hey, we got Smitty Eagle in the building. What up, Smitty?
What's up, Smitty?
What up, Smitty? Yeah, you good? Oh, you're good, Smitty. Uh, Shaquita said, "What's up?" By the way, she was in the chat. Smitty.
What happened?
Shaquita.
Oh, what's good, Shakita?
Yep. So before we continue on with the cornerbacks, Smitty, the word of the day is ace. So I want to know from you: did Howie Roseman ace this draft in your eyes?
100%. He could have addressed some other things. Some other things probably could have, been addressed in this draft. But he did. He did what he had to do, man. He had the business. He stood up in the paint. So, yeah, I got to give him an A. You know what I'm saying? Probably give him a little bit more than an A. But he did what he did. What's good, Stu?
Yep.
Yeah, man. Can't argue.
Right. So we talked about this on Broad Street Aftermath about AJ Brown getting extended. So if you want to tell everybody your thoughts?
One Trey already went on it.
Yeah, he already did.
All right. Yeah. It's a good signing, man. Like I think Howie, put some pressure around the league. He gonna make a few people upset because they're gonna have to pay a little bit more. They're gonna have to pay it when they didn't want to. I think a guy like CD, I think a guy like Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, those guys are coming to ask for their bread at this point, man. They done made he done made things a little hard for people because if you wasn't already on your job, if you wasn't ahead of the ball, if you didn't catch the drift and pay your wide receiver early, you got to make them higher paid than AJ Brown at this point. So, the price of yesterday is not today. Everybody that did not get ahead of the ball has to pay more. AJ Brown could have been selfish. For all the people that think he's a diva, he don't want to be here. He could have been selfish. He could have waited it out. He could have literally waited it out, bro, and let other people get paid and then circle back and got his extension. He took the extension knowing at some point he won't be the highest paid receiver in the league. He was okay with that. He was okay with being a team player, with being a Philadelphia Eagle. I'm excited, man, because everybody on this offense is paid, and anybody that ain't paid right now is surely to get paid because I'm pretty sure we know Howie Roseman well. He pays offensive linemen, and that's the only people on this team that's possibly not paid. And there's only two of them that's not going to be paid, and that's going to be the rookie or the second year player that we put in at right guard, and then Cam Jurgens. So like, really paying that man changes everything. Like it changes a lot. Like paying him early really elevates the bar. It really sets the standard for the league of getting people played. Like you got a team like Cincinnati, right, who claim to have the same pedigree we have with the same pieces we have, but they can't seem to get their wide receiver two paid, and we done paid our wide receiver one twice, and we paid our wide receiver two now. So I think it's a great move by Howie. It's an excellent team move by AJ. And anybody that want to call him selfish or a diva and say he don't want to be here, you just need to open your eyes because Stevie wanted to see that man want to be an Eagle.
Yeah, as you guys can clearly see, react to this, Smitty. This is AJ Brown's signing the contract.
He looked happy, don't he? He looked happy and he looked calm. He looked good. I mean, pause, but you know what I'm saying? He looked like, yeah, I look good, man. Signing this money. Another $100 million in my pocket. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. Like he want to be an Eagle, man. And if he didn't, what would be the point of extending? You know what I'm saying? He could have easily said, you know what, Howie, I think we at the crossroads. And next year he ain't had no more guaranteed money. He could have walked away. He could have went off in the sunset. But he said, no, I want to sign up for 3 more of these things and keep running it back as many times as we can to see if we can get to that end goal. And I think, you know what I'm saying, with that type of mindset, that's how you get there.
Yep. Trey?
This about this the AJ Brown thing again?
Yeah, it's about the AJ Brown picture of what everybody's been saying about him,
Oh man, look, bro, ain't nobody gonna be upset about getting $100,000. I mean, $100 million, man. But I mean, I feel like AJ cool. I feel like his whole beef wasn't with the Philadelphia Eagles. I feel like it was more of the play call and the offensive coordinator that had him frustrated. But I mean, it is what it is. Like he looked like he cool to me. Man, you don't sign a contract like this with a team you don't really want to be with. So I think he happy to be an Eagle, and I mean we locking and loading for the season.
Yep. So let's go ahead and let's grade the NFL draft prospects. Trey already talked about Quinyon Mitchell, Smitty. So go ahead and talk about him if you want to.
I mean, we got the best corner in the draft. I mean, the best guy in the draft, man. There was no corner on the board better. I mean, you had guys like Terrion Arnold, who hadn't played enough outside for me to trust to bring him in to be cornerback two. You had guys in Nate Wiggins who had a lot of flaws and being small and not being able to tackle. And then you had guys that went later in the draft, Elijah Jones, Max Milton. You know, you could have got any of those guys, but you got Quinyon Mitchell, who was the best cornerback in the draft. People want to say he played at Toledo. Go look at his Senior Bowl tape. He lined up with every one of those guys that got picked early in this draft in the first round, and he locked it down. He gave up 2 touchdowns in 3 years in college at Toledo. He went the whole 2023 season without giving up 1 penalty. He went the whole 2022 season with only getting 1 penalty. So the guy's discipline, technique is well. He's refined. I think he's ready to go, man. I think we got to steal.
Yep. The next guy that we was getting to is Cooper DeJean. Trey, your reaction?
My initial reaction was I was surprised because going corner in the first round, that's rare for the Philadelphia Eagles, but going back-to-back corner, that's almost never been seen from the Philadelphia Eagles, especially in the first 2 rounds. So, I mean, Howie Roseman trying to address the secondary issues. I mean, with me, my biggest concern about Cooper is he kind of tight hip, so he's going to have to play that. I don't know if he's going to be a true corner. He's going to have to play probably that safety slash role. But who knows? He get in the league here with the right coach. They coach him up, and like I said, I'm high on the energy and everything that he's going to bring. It's just the natural covering skills is not really there right now. So I mean, it's a good pickup. It's a good pickup, and like I said, I was surprised that Howie Roseman actually dipped into the cornerback room twice back to back. So Howie is trying. He trying, bro. I mean, we're gonna see what come out of this, but I'm happy with it.
Smitty?
I I was upset at the move. Originally, I was very, very upset. I did not like the move. I was very against the move because I thought we could address linebacker after addressing the cornerback position. I thought it was a few things we could have done, you know, to address other needs at that moment with the guys that were remaining on the board. We could have addressed a few things. But at the end of the day, he's an Eagle now, right? So he's probably going to play a little bit of everywhere, which they already talked about. He's going to be all over the field. He's going to play. He's going to play a little slot. He's going to play a little safety, play a little linebacker. He might be a designated blitzer. He's going to play all over the field. And I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? I guess, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you want a guy and then you think about what they're going to use the other guy for. I mean, Edrin Cooper, yes, comes in and fills one need. But Cooper DeJean, at the end of the day, if he can be what we think he's supposed to be, he covers a multitude of needs. He's able to cover a lot of different positions on the field. He's able to get all over. So at the end of the day, it's a pickup we possibly need because the secondary last year being so bad, sometimes you might have to over address some things. So we addressed the need. We doubled up on it. Good pickup for the team. I gave it an A- last night.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, before we get to Jalex Hunt, what you think about this, Trey? You think James Bradbury is out the door because of this, or what you think of the cornerback room so far?
Yeah, this almost definitely means James Bradbury is out. Possibly Darius Slay too. Who knows? But for sure, Bradbury is out. You don't draft the corner number one. Like I said, he don't play. Look, it's his time. It might be his time. It might be his time to go. But we can't. we can't do nothing with the money right now until like after the season start, I guess, or after June or July. So yeah, Bradbury just we're just waiting this time out. Um, 9 times out of 10, we probably gonna have to cut him because nobody's gonna really take on this contract. Um, but yeah, it's definitely the end of Bradbury being the Eagle.
Smitty?
I mean, yeah, I hope so. I thought it would. I mean, honest to God, truth, I thought it would have happened by now, but it's still, it's still lingering. So as long as he on the team, you don't know what's gonna happen. I would hope he is not a part of future plans moving forward because you did draft a cornerback in the first round, and I don't see anywhere else where Bradbury can be successful on this team. And I wouldn't stick that guy with that type of skill set inside. After you drafted him at 27, I just wouldn't do that. I would stick him outside. He's long, he's fast. Pause. Um, he plays well outside, so I would put him outside. But if Bradbury somehow finds a way to be on this team, he probably will be just like I said last night, a mentor. He'll probably just be here to help the young guys learn the defense. But I don't think he's getting a snap on this roster.
There you go. Next up on the list is Jalex Hunt. So your reaction to him, Trey?
All right, so beforehand, I really didn't know too much about the dude. So after we drafted him out, I went back and I looked up a couple of things. He's an athletic linebacker that he originally came in as a safety and he gained some weight and they moved him to that rush linebacker position. He made hella plays. He made hella plays from what I've seen. Um, and it kind of tells us what kind of defense we're going to be running. More of a rushing linebacker than stack D line. So I mean, I feel like he'd fit well. Me going back and watching the Miami defense, they had versatile linebackers that could rush the passer and cover. And this dude, I think he caught a few picks in college, but his main skill is rushing. He got to refine a little bit of things. I mean, to really get on the field, he might be a special teams dude for a while until he refines his game. But I feel like it's a good pickup. He's a big outside linebacker with speed, and he has that safety background, so he knows how to play around the football. So I feel like it's a great pickup.
Smitty?
Uh, I mean, listen, he's just getting into being an edge rusher. He hasn't had that many years playing D line, so he's still raw. I think with what Fangio is probably going to use him to do, I think he's a great pickup because he can play that coverage role where he picking linebackers up and carrying them a few yards. He can pick up running backs and follow them into the flats. He's not slow. As Trey just said, he was a safety, man. So he got great coverage skills for an edge rusher. He has some abilities that some of the edges don't have right now, and you want that ability in this defense. So for what Fangio wants, Fangio got him. So I think it's going to be a nice pickup.
Yep. Will Shipley is the next one. Trey, what's your reaction?
All right, so this one right here, um, I feel like at this pick, it was actually better running backs on the board still. Um, Will Shipley, he didn't have that much college experience. He was a good runner. He's shifty. Um, but I feel like we should have grabbed more of a power running back at this position because we do have a Saquon Barkley and we had Kenny Gainwell. They both kind of finesse type runners. So I feel like we should have grabbed more of a power back. But I mean, he kind of fits what we do. He catch out the backfield. He's shifty. He can make you miss in the pocket. I mean, in tight spaces. Um, I don't know how well he is with blocking. I mean, I got to see him a little bit more, but like I said, my initial reaction is it was better backs on the board that we could have grabbed. But I mean, look, if they see a good fit for him, like he can fit into this offense, what Kellen Moore trying to do, I'm gonna trust the process. I'm gonna trust Harvey Rosen and them 100%, and hopefully this dude has a great Eagles career.
Smitty?
Hey Trey, what you mean he didn't have a lot of college experience?
No, no, no. I was not a lot of college experience. I know he played for 3 years. I'm saying, um, his first 2 years he was really splitting carries for real. So he only had one. He only had 1 year when he was really the feature back.
His second year was the feature back.
His second year, my fault, my fault. You right.
Yeah, he went for
And
1,200 yards, and he went for
right,
300 receiving, 14 touchdowns, 15 touchdowns.
right, right.
I like
But
Will
that
Shipley,
was
bro.
like
I ain't
one.
gonna
I
lie.
like him too.
I think he Kenny Gainwell replacement. To be honest, that's why I think we didn't go power. I think
I
he
like
gonna take Kenny Gainwell snaps if he can
I
show up.
like I like him too. But I feel like we could have got that kind of thunder and lightning type.
But
He more of a like Saquon Barkley type back. So it's
uh,
like he's shifty. He catch out the backfield,
but
stuff
he
like
can't.
that.
He don't run inside the tackles though. He's an
Exactly.
outside
Yeah.
zone screen guy.
That's what I'm saying though. Like if
And he can
we would
play
have
and
got.
he can play good receiver. I mean, he can get out there and play slot too. Like he runs some good routes.
That's what I was saying. We should have got some a power back with that running back because now that takes some carries off of Saquon
I
Barkley.
think they're looking at Saquon as a little bit of the power back too, though.
But Saquon don't really run in between the tackles either though.
If the hole is there, he will, but he hasn't had those holes there in a long time. So he bounce. He might have a bad habit of bouncing too.
Yeah. Exactly. That's like exactly what Vic said. We got Shipley just in case Saquon Barkley go down. They kind of the same type back. So I feel like
They're a little different, just a little bit. They got a little
yeah,
bit different because Will is nowhere near as a good blocker as Saquon is. Uh, he really gonna elude the big hit. You know what I mean? He gonna try not to get hit, things of that nature. Will is more like a third down back, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Receiver back. You gonna use him more directly in the receiving game and change of pace back. He here to do what Kenny Gainwell was here to do. That's my
exactly,
opinion.
exactly. That's you want to have for your three backs. You want to have three backs that could do three different things.
Different things, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
you do want
So
that power, but I understand why they didn't go power because we probably not gonna run much power.
I mean,
We just
overall, it
let's
was a
being real.
overall it's a good pickup. Like I was saying, you need a back to come in and spell Saquon Barkley for a few snaps during the game.
And
Then
I think it was
he'd come
with
in.
that Kenny Gainwell last year on his contract too. You probably not extending him, so you get 3 years out of Will. You know what I mean? It's just a replacement back. I think. I don't think it
Nah,
was to get. I don't think it got better. I think you just replace what you already had. If you slide Kenny Gainwell down the depth chart, and I agree with you on that. You should have probably addressed it again, if anything, for a power back.
yeah, for
I
sure.
think you
But
could have got. I think you could have got your boy. My boy, Braylon Allen. Braylon Allen a couple times. Then when you traded back, he was on the board.
exactly, I felt the same way. That's why I said I feel like it was better. I ain't gonna say better backs because Shipley is a good back. He's a good back he kind of fits the NFL style of football. Like I mean,
He
once
fit what we drafted a lot too. We drafted a lot of those type of
exactly.
backs.
Exactly, but you want to bring that dude in that could come in and get you that 5 yards consistently. Maybe you could find that on the street or
Hey
something
Drake,
though.
hey Trey, can you tell me what we started doing that? Because the first one I remember is like Clement. I think we started way before that.
Exactly, but you got bumped the trend a little bit too. It's like you know
Yeah, because
the
like we had Sproles, Clement. We brought in Miles Sanders, then Kenny Gainwell, now Will Shipley, Saquon. Like
yeah,
we
we
do draft
definitely
that type of back a lot. We do.
they like them kind of backs, but
Yeah.
in the offense we gonna be running. We definitely need a downhill runner, and I like Saquon can do it, but he don't do it consistently. He want to get outside on the edge, stuff like that. So I mean, look, we gonna see what happened, but we definitely should have got us a power back too.
Is there any way to address it? I mean, I don't know if we brought in any running backs in the UDFA's. I don't think I seen one on that list.
Yeah, there's always somebody out there on the street, or I mean, in them Canadian leagues, or
What's the
I
call still
mean,
out there too?
Zeke's still out there.
No, he got signed.
No, he got signed by the Cowboys.
Oh, the Cowboys signed him? Oh, all right.
Yep,
Yeah.
1 year deal.
What's the call? What's your boy name? He signed the little playoff tender with Buffalo last year. Fournette.
Leonard Fournette. Yeah.
Yeah, he
I think
back out
that'd
there.
be a good jump. That'd be a good jump, too. Nice pickup. But, I mean, it is what it is, bro. Like, we
Latavius
just got to
Murray
see
out.
it play out.
Latavius Murray back out there.
We just got to see it play out. That's all, man. But we definitely going to need that back to come in and get them tough yards.
Oh, okay. We did pick up Milton. Okay, 803. Okay. Kendall Milton still ain't like a power back, but he decent.
Yep. So
He came from Georgia. I remember him.
Yeah, Anema Smith is the next guy we got. Trey. So your reaction?
I guess he could be. Hold on. I guess if they want a power back, this could be a power back though. Trey.
Yeah, go. Yeah,
Dude, Kendall Milton is 6'2.5", 230
Oh, yeah. He a big back. Yeah. Well,
from Georgia.
See, we might got something there. But, man, them dudes.
You
We
know
done
he
brought it.
like, but you know how he like UDFAs too, though. You know he like UDFAs.
He do. But, all right. With
Oh,
Smith,
back to
bro.
the receiver.
With Smith, he's something that we need. He's something
Yeah,
that we
yeah,
need.
yeah, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, he's something that we need. If he could fight his way on this roster and like eventually become that third wide receiver. He's one of those Debo Samuel type dudes. Like he's a gadget receiver. You could bring him on the jet sweeps. He could catch a short pass, break a few tackles, take it like 10, 15, 20 yards up to the crib. So, I mean, I think me watching him in college, he was a special player, man. He's one of those rare players that you could bring out the backfield. You can move him all over the field. Um, and one on one, he a nightmare trying to get this dude down on the ground. So, I mean, I feel like he'll come in and fit seamlessly with AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. He could be like that Zacchaeus, but I think he a little bit more physical than Zacchaeus. Um, Coming into this offense, you ain't gonna get a lot
He
of targets
faster too.
anyway. Yeah, he faster too. Coming into this offense, you ain't gonna get a lot of targets, but I feel like he one of them dudes that'll make the best with the targets he get. Um, I think this was a great pickup. This is gonna be a still. I mean, if Buddy could stay healthy, he can come in here, lock this playbook down, and end up getting that third wide receiver spot. I feel like this is gonna be a great addition to this team.
Smitty.
And it's a great pickup. Like I think he wide receiver 3. I mean, honestly, I think he is. I think he's dynamic, man. He can make some of those dynamic plays, those in and arounds, those quick moves you need a receiver to make. And if he get an open field, he's shifty enough and fast enough to take it to the crib. He has battled a few injuries over his career, but he hasn't had any serious injuries. But like I think what year was it? I want to say like a year ago. He had almost 2 years ago. He had almost 2,000 all-purpose yards at Texas A&M. Like, he went crazy. But he battled some injuries. Some things came around. But I think we got to steal. And I think if he can, as Trey said, if he can battle his way on, show some heart, and somehow get that wide receiver 3 spot, and make the best of each target he can get, I think he can really be something crucial.
Mm-hmm. The next one, a fan favorite to Philly, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Trey, I know you love this pick, so talk about it.
Yeah, man, I love this pick for several different reasons. Still to this day, Jeremiah Trotter is one of my favorite linebackers ever to play the game. Just the physicality he brought to the game, the smartness. Watching him for all the years line up with Dawkins and all them dudes, it's just like this is a special place in my heart. Bringing his son in though, I mean that was a great pickup, but that also scares me. It scared me because you don't understand how Philadelphia works. This kid gonna come in with so much pressure on his shoulders to live up to his dad, and a lot of kids, they fold from it. I mean, you got to be really mentally tough to do something like that. Um, you see it a lot in college when kids go to their dad respective school, and it doesn't work out because of all the pressure and stuff. You see it with what's his, Bo Nix. Bo Nix had horrible kind of. I ain't gonna say horrible. He had a bad Ole Miss career. Then he transferred to Oregon. All the pressure was off of him. He just played freely. Now he's about to be an NFL quarterback. So, I mean, you see it happen a lot. Hopefully, this kid come in. He got a good head on his shoulders and he ready to work because, I mean, the first few bad plays he make, Philadelphia Eagles fans gonna let him hear it. I mean, he gotta be ready to weather that storm. So. It's a great pickup, man. Football wise, it's a great pickup. I just hope everything works out for this kid for real.
Smitty?
It's an epic pick for the city, man. It's one of those
My
picks
fault,
like
Vic. I meant to say Auburn. My fault, Vic.
I wasn't 100% like, in on taking him early in the draft. I didn't think he was, uh much different than what we already had in the room. I thought we needed something different. But like him coming into the room now, he here, you know what I'm saying? I think, he gotta I think he's gonna obviously get an opportunity at some point on this team. But like we talked about last night, I think for him in general, being part of the 53-man roster, and possibly being that third man in the rotation at linebacker is something I think is a first-year goal. And getting on the field is obviously going to be something everybody want to do. But everybody got to earn their stripes, man. So I want to see what he brings to the table. I ain't asking for him to do a lot in his first season, but obviously be a sponge, soak it up. He probably gonna play some good special teams too. Like, most linebackers that come in the league, if late round picks, if they're not on the field as a starter, they play some good special teams. And I think that first hit on special teams, oh my God, at the link, everybody gonna ask. It's gonna go up, man. Like, it's gonna be epic, man. So, RIP Mitch Trotter, man. You know what I'm saying? So, it's gonna be a night. It's gonna be something to watch, man. It's definitely something to see. I think it's epic for the city, epic for the team. I think it's gonna bring an energy to the team, and it's gonna be good, man. We're gonna see how it works. We're gonna see how it plays out.
Yep. Trevor Keegan is the next guy up that we got in the round 5. So go ahead, Trey.
Solid depth piece. He's gonna come in not asking. He ain't gonna ask him to do too much right away. He's gonna sit back, learn, be able to learn behind some NFL veterans, and uh, he come from a winning pedigree. Michigan was a dominant team while he was there, so he know what it takes to win. He played in a lot of big games. Um, he got one of the best offensive line coaches ever in the NFL. To sit under, and I mean, you still got Lane out there. You still got dudes that played this game for a while that you can learn from. So I feel like he's gonna be good. This is gonna be a solid depth piece, and he's gonna eventually work his way on the field. He's gonna stick in the league for a long time. He's a solid offensive lineman. Solid.
Smitty?
Trevor Keegan, unlike what my brother think, is gonna get an opportunity to fight for that starting position day one. It's gonna be a three-way fight though. It's gonna be this guy. It's gonna be Tyler Steed, and it's gonna be the guy we're gonna talk about here in a little bit. But yeah, he is definitely gonna get an opportunity to play because he's solid, bro. He's solid. Like, I looked at some more tape because he was on my list. He one of my draft candidates that I had on the list. I actually had him as a third round grade, and I don't know why he slipped. I think it's just when you get drowned in a deep class of good guys, you get drowned on a good team with good guys. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those Michigan guys went. A lot of those Michigan guys got an opportunity. So I think Trevor Keegan is gonna get an opportunity if he can show Stoutland he know what he doing, like I seen in those tapes, to be at that right guard week 1, man.
Yep, there you go. The next one is Johnny Wilson. Try.
All right. So with Johnny Wilson, he's in a tough spot right now, for real. It's like, you got AJ Brown, Devontae Smith in front of you. This dude is mainly an outside wide receiver, so um, he has he has underrated speed, and he could go up and catch that contested pass. He's great at catching contested passes. So if he could somehow work his way on his roster, hopefully none of our receivers go down with injury, but he'll be a good number one on any team. I mean, the dude is a one-on-one threat. You can't cover him one-on-one. He's taller than every wide receiver. I mean, every corner down there, every corner in the NFL. He's taller than, and he plays He plays to his height. He plays to his height. He's not one of those tall wide receivers that won't go up and catch that pass above his head. And I mean, you could throw them jump balls to him in the red zone, so we could use him that way too. Just to spell AJ Brown or something like that. So if like I said, if he somehow could work his way onto this roster, I feel like he'll be great for Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts really, he gives him a wide target. He can throw the ball anywhere and he'll go get it. He'll catch it anywhere.
And he
So
got
I
a
mean,
7-foot wingspan, Trey.
7 foot wingspan, bro.
And
Like
he's 6'7", bro.
that's unheard of, bro. From the wide receiver position, I think the closest one to him was like Lyman Sweet, the last one, the one that played for Pittsburgh that had that kind of
Yeah.
radius. But I mean, bro, like I said, if he could work his way on his roster, he's going to be definitely a good third down possession receiver in the red zone threat. So, I mean, hopefully this kid puts that work in and he can get on his roster because the upside to him is just like crazy. It's crazy.
Listen, I know a lot of people at Florida State. His work ethic is one thing we ain't got to question. I mean, the only thing that he had a problem with at Florida State was like, they kept bringing in other receivers, man. You know that transfer portal situation kind of. We kept bringing in another wide receiver. But yeah, he can. If I think his first year is going his first year, they're gonna ask him probably if he makes the roster, he probably gonna be that big target for Jalen Hurts in the red zone. Jump balls is his thing. Like I ain't gonna lie. You tell him to play basketball, that's his thing. Like, you go back and watch any tape when we in the red zone, our coaches literally told him, hey, look, this a post up, high point the ball. We just gonna put it up there. And that's what we did a lot. And it wasn't too many times where he didn't come down with the rock. His problem is catching it wide open. He'll catch it with 3 people on one person pulling his arm. He'll catch it one-handed, all that. But wide open, the man will drop wide open passes. I've never seen anything like it. You catch him wide open going down the sideline, drop it right in the basket. He just won't catch it. I don't know why. That was his problem.
That come with having the when you get to the NFL, he gonna have some good wide receiver coaches too. So now, I mean, that's something you can work on. That's why you went as late as you went. Now it's time to put that work in. Shit, you can't poo poo the size of this dude, man. It's like 6'7" with a 7 foot wingspan,
30. I forgot to tell you this, and a 37-inch vertical.
bro. Bro, that's madness right there. He taller. He bigger than Calvin Johnson. That's madness, bro. That's madness.
Hey, look, it ain't too many corners that if you put him in the slot or something like that, and put him on one of those little you know what I'm talking about, the little out and fade, you know what I mean? Where you go behind the receivers. So, man, I don't think it's too many on. There's gonna be a one-on-one.
Bro, you can run that play 300 times in the game. I promise you, they probably only stop it like 2 or 3 times. Cause it's like, bro, you either gonna get a pass interference or he gonna catch the ball. It's like, bro,
Right.
there's nothing you really could do about that.
He's just too big. That's his best. That's his best attribute. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like that little speed he got, like the 4.5, it get him off the line quick enough that he get 1-on-1 with the cornerback. It's over.
That's why I can't wait to see him in the preseason, man. Like, see what he do in the preseason. Him and Smith. I can't wait to see what they do in the preseason, man. Like, cause our starters not gonna be playing, so we're gonna see them dudes
Well,
mainly.
I heard he said he gonna change up the regimen, man.
Or do you think they're gonna play this
Let's
year?
see. I I mean he said last year like he changing up, the intensity of camp this year. At the end of the year, he was like, man, things gotta change. We're gonna have to turn up some of the intensity at, you know, some of the vital moments during camp and things of that nature. So I'm thinking maybe they play a little bit more this year than normal. I don't think too much more though. I think maybe that I want to see if it was me, right? I would do it the backwards way, Trey. I would let them play the 2 quarters in the first game, 1 quarter and then rest them in the third game if you wanted to do it that way. You know what I mean?
For sure, yeah.
Just
Cause they
while
usually
they
like
already
back
hot from camp, just let them go out there and get it rolling, see how it feel, and then you can, if you want to cut them back from there, you just cut them back. But not playing them at all and then playing them 1 quarter in the third game really don't do nothing. Might as well let them
yeah,
rest the whole preseason.
yeah, because it used to be what they play the first 3 games and then the fourth game they don't play.
Well, they would
That'd be
play.
for all
Okay,
the
so the
people that
first
try to
game,
make.
they would play the first quarter. Then
Yeah,
they would play the second half, and then they would come out in the third game and play 3 quarters. Then the
uh
fourth
huh,
game they wouldn't play at all.
right,
And now
right.
they're not playing the first game, they're not playing the second game. Then they come out and play 1 quarter in the third game. That's worthless.
Last
You might well not even put them on the field.
last year they didn't play at all in the preseason. Like
They
last
played the
year,
one. They played the one series.
no, the starters didn't get in at all last
Nope.
season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought they had one series. The first game. Go
Nah,
back
they
and
didn't get
look.
in.
I'm pretty sure Jalen Hurts they had one series, and then he
Mm-mm.
didn't play
Nope.
anymore. I'm pretty sure because
Nah,
I watched me.
I went to all 3 of them Jones, bro. They did not play. None of the starters played. Cause remember they had Kobe Dean play all 3 of them joints just to get them back in football shape. But no, none of the starters played for real.
I thought they played one drive.
Nope.
No, they
Nope.
ain't play.
The only
That
time
that
they did, the only time they did was probably 2022. Outside of that, they didn't last year.
uh, they ain't play at all last year. They played in them. Cause remember he said, well, we doing the joint practices, so that's just like playing a preseason game. But they never played in the pre. Hurts, Devontae Smith, Goddard, none of them ain't play.
Yeah. All right. Next, the last draft pick we got Dylan McMahon. So go ahead, King. No,
Hmm?
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Troy. My bad.
All right, so this pick right here, I don't really know too much about this guy. From what I'm reading in the comments and what I'm reading from like draft analysts, he should have went higher. He's a good player. Um, but yeah, like I said, I don't know too much about him. I gotta go back and do little bit more research. Research. I was kind of burnt out at this point of the draft. I kind of stopped watching. Um, But yeah, that's on me. I definitely got to do a little bit more research because what I'm reading is he's a good player. He's going to come in and compete for that spot immediately. And with the Michigan guy, Howie Roseman picked up some dogs for this offensive line this year. So I mean, I'm gonna pass this one on to y'all. Y'all can say a little bit more about him.
Yeah. Go ahead, Smitty.
Dylan McMahon is a renowned center, man. He's gonna come in and probably. I don't think he's gonna get an opportunity to give Cam Jurgens any run, but I think he's gonna be a vital backup because we don't really have a backup center. So I think it's gonna be. I don't think they got too much faith in Matt Hennessy, man. I think Matt Hennessy went down 2 years in a row with injury. He missed both seasons. I think he here more on a trial basis to see what he can do. So we had tried to get him a couple times. So I think you know how people is, man. Stoutland, he probably was just like, let me see if he still got what I seen 2 years ago when we tried to get him. You know what I mean? But he is a pretty good guy. I mean, I played against him, all his years at North Carolina State, Florida State versus North Carolina State. And he played some good football. So I think he's gonna come in and be a good backup for Cam Jurgens. You're gonna learn from Cam. I think he'll be here. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be like. I don't think he'll be Jack Driscoll as much, but he can play a little guard. He can play a little. He a little short. He a little shorter and smaller though. So he probably will be. He probably be the backup center though.
Yep. And lastly, we signed this past week. We signed a Jet player. So, Smitty, your reaction?
It's a new report out too. That
Makai Becton.
Yeah, Makai Becton. It's a new report out that we're gonna try him at guard.
He was a tackle his whole career, right?
Yeah, Jeff Stoutland gonna try him at guard though. That's what came out today. I seen it in the report today on Twitter. I think if he go to guard and he can get some, I mean, he might could be valuable at the guard. I just don't know, man. I think him. That's a big guy, man. Him at the guard would be very. I mean, I don't think him and Lane standing next to each other on the right side. I don't think nobody getting through. Hey Trey, him and Lane over there, but I don't think if he execute, I don't think nobody getting through. I think it might be over with, boy, but I don't know. I never seen him at the guard, so I think they're gonna try him out and see what he can do. But I think if Jeff Stoutland can tap into that potential, he was a first round pick. He was supposed to be good. But he also got stuck with some bad quarterback play, some bad coaching. He went through a few different offensive coordinators, a few different offensive line coaches. So if he can get with anybody that can get him stable, it's Jeff Stoutland. Jeff Stoutland can get him stable, get him consistent, and figure out what he really got. If he can be a guard, Leroy, I 100% agree. That would be a monster at guard, bro.
There you go.
Love it. I love the pickup though.
Trey.
Definitely a great pickup. I'll kind of follow Makai Becton. I wanted the Eagles to draft him when he was coming out. I think he went a little bit higher that year though. But if like you said, if you could get his head back right, this dude is an animal. He's a road grader. Especially you putting him at that guard position next to Lane, and I guess it's gonna be Jurgens at center. That's power right there. You really could dominate dudes on the ground. If you could get him acclimated to that guard position, because he's so used to playing tackle. But even at tackle, he was a physical specimen. So, bro, that's major. That's a major pickup right there. And him coming over here with Stoutland gonna try his best to get him right. And he's a veteran. He knows the game already. So, that's a sturdy pickup for our offensive line. If he come in, he healthy, he got his head on right. That's a sturdy pickup.
Yep, and that's all the news and information we have for everybody. So with that being said, let's give our final thoughts before we wrap everything up. Trey, we'll start with you.
Oh man, look, man, this season coming so fast. It's about to be June. May gonna float. Once June hit, we back to football. Bro, we killed this off season. We killed this off season. I know it's all on paper.
Actually, before we go, Trey, you said what grade would you give the off season so far? Before we wrap up,
I'm giving it an A+ to this off season. A+. I'll give it an A++. To be honest.
Yeah, Smitty.
To infinity and beyond. Oh, my bad. Somebody had said it the other night. They said it in the chat. It stuck in my head. He said that it's an A to infinity and beyond. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like A++ don't even seem like enough. Like if you're saying the whole offseason, including the draft, like A++ don't even seem like enough, man. He did so much. Like somebody said the other night, like he turned a liability at the secondary into a strength in a matter of months. So I think we did a great job. Somebody asked a question in the chat. Eagles landed. He said, "Who's your favorite guy drafted to the Eagles this year?"
Yeah, go ahead before we give our final thoughts. Go ahead, Smitty. You first.
The first guy that was on my list is the easy one, right? So I ain't gonna even use Quinyon. He's the easy one. I think for me, it's Anaya Smith, man. I think we've been looking for a dynamic guy with hands at the wide receiver 3 spot for a minute, and I think he has all the upside to really do some things. So I think we did everything we could to bring in a guy that can be dynamic in the open field, who can execute this offense and do some of the things Kellen Moore is going to want some of those receivers to do in the open space when they get the opportunity. So I'm gonna use Anaya Smith. Obviously, it's Quinyon Mitchell first because that's the guy I've been rocking with for a minute, but he too easy.
Trigger.
I'm going X-Man Jr. in the 5th round. You get Trotter Jr. in the 5th round. That's a steal. He was projected to go higher than that. Yeah, I'm going Trotter Jr. And even with us bringing Devin White in, now he got that veteran presence where he can learn. He can actually learn from a veteran that did it at a high level, that actually won a Super Bowl. Bro, it's sky's the limit for this dude. Sky's the limit.
Yep. And I'm going with Jeremiah Trotter too, because only for the city, man, because everybody in the entire city really wanted him. And the fact that we got him in the 5th round and he's going to be sitting next to Devin White and learn, the sky's the limit for Trotter Jr. The sky's the limit. But yeah, go ahead, Trey. Finish your final thoughts before we wrap up.
Hey Trey, did you see this Kristaps Porzingis injury? He looked like he tore his Achilles, man.
That's a bad job, especially
he just
at this
took a
part.
step and then he just couldn't move.
Sheesh, that's a bad injury right now at this point of the playoffs. Like,
yeah, but final thoughts, man. Okay, I think you know how we did a great thing, man. You know, in the off season, you know, I think we got a lot of things left to do. I think we got a lot of improvements to make. We're gonna have to see how camp goes, and I'm ready. I'm kind of ready to get to this rookie mini camp first. So those young guys can get in and get a feel for the coaches, and get some bonding time and figure out what we got. But I'm ready for things to get back going, man. I'm ready to see what camp brings and what we got going on. But how we execute another excellent draft, man, at the end of the day. So I'm prepared to see some good football here soon, man. So fly Eagles fly, go Birds. You know what I mean? Till next time.
Yep. Trigger?
yeah, for me, man, I'm on the same wave Smitty on. The football season coming around so fast, man. The summer gonna fly. And on some real, man, it's just like phew, you got everything you asked for in a matter of months. It's like
Yep.
we complained about the linebacker position. We brought some linebackers in. We kind of revamped that cornerback position, and with even Isaiah Rodgers getting brought off of the suspension and Avonte Maggs coming back. Bro, that's just more playmakers in the secondary. Minus the Bradbury thing. We all know about the Bradbury thing. Everybody's sour on the dude. I mean, he might not even be here by the time the season starts. So we revamped this whole cornerback position. We brought in some pass rushers. We brought in some more pass rushers. And we all said we needed a third wide receiver. We brought in a couple dudes that could fill that role. And I think we all sleeping on Paris Campbell too. I feel like, I mean, he had some time to heal up from his injuries. Dude is he's a burner. He a burner. He can open this offense up for you. So, bro, Howie Roseman addressed everything we needed. Offensive line, he addressed everything we needed. Now it's up to the coaches, the offensive, defensive coordinators to put these schemes together And we go out there, we get back to Eagles football where we smashing dudes every week. Pause. But yeah, man, it's been a great all season, man. Fly Eagles fly. This your boy Wayne Trey Rock. I'm out there.
Yep, and for me, the job's not finished because old Howie T is always up to something. Don't believe me? Chauncey Gardner Johnson was here in August or September. James Bradbury, August and September. So for me, the job's not finished. The job is not finished, ladies and gentlemen. So be prepared and get ready because coming up soon, the NFL schedule is going to be released. I'm telling y'all, we're gonna find out who we get to face weeks 2 through 18. So be prepared for that. And with that, fly goes fly, go birds for Trigger, for Moan, for Smitty, and your boy, lights out.